When you think of mining, you may think of Minecraft, but there's not really a way to make money in Minecraft.
In today's video, you're gonna need to give up Minecraft, make some money with a mining rig, crypto mining rig, and we're gonna show you guys how it works after a word from today's sponsor.
Today's video is sponsored by us, PCBros.tech.
PC Bros is our gaming PC business where we sell awesome gaming PCs, gaming laptops, and so much more, especially the stuff you see here on the channel. We sell over at PCBros.tech for great prices.
The best part about PC Bros is we have PCs that start under $100, so whether you're looking just to get into some office work or some really high-end gaming, we have you covered.
And they all come with our awesome 1-year warranty, which will give you peace of mind when buying a gaming PC from us. So check the link down below to shop at PCBros.tech today and use code ToastyBros2 on checkout to save 2% on your next purchase. Big shout out again to us for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get into the video. So this is the first time we have unboxed a crypto mining rig, more specifically the Octominer X12 Ultra, which reminds me of Octodad.
It does remind me of Octodad too, or Octopi, but PC Server Parts is basically giving these things away. I mean, let's be honest, 470s they're a pretty cheap older GPU, but they're not that cheap, guys. I mean, realistically, you're gonna be paying like $50 to $70 per 470, and these are kind of a mining edition 470, so those are a little bit different, but there's 12 of them in here.
12 graphics cards, and these are 400 bucks. Oh goodness. And a lot of people have been getting these and saying they're basically like new. The origin of these is interesting, but shout out to PC Server Parts. They sent over this mining rig for us to mess around with.
Power cables?
I think so. I think they're dual high wattage power supplies. Let's see what we got here. So these are two 1200 watt power supplies, ladies and gentlemen, for this mining rig. But yeah, they sent this thing over. It's designed to run Hive OS, which is a mining operating system, where you can run all the GPUs at the same time, mine whatever cryptocurrency. But these are so cheap now because a lot of the cryptos that a lot of people are making money on GPU mining is not really there anymore. As PC gamers, when I saw 12 GPUs inside this, I thought it'd be fun just to get, and shout out to PC Server Parts for sending it over.
And one thing I'm really curious about too is the fact that this is in a 2U server style case. It's actually pretty sleek little design, and I'm kind of just curious if at some point we can try to take one of these GPUs out and just see if it works in Windows. Yeah. I'm genuinely curious about that.
I think it will. The only thing is we have 0 display out. So it would need to be that like workaround.
We're not doing that. I played the Tesla GPU video a while ago, and I spent days to not get that video to work. So never mind.
All right, let's just open this up then and see what we have going on here. So there's an actual USB port. Again, let me preface, this is a very big preface for you guys. We have not touched mining hardware at all. This is our first time ever messing with any sort of mining gear, and this is kind of a noob's way of just messing around with PC stuff, so don't come at us. We're learning as we go here, and this is kind of a fun way of a PC gamer getting their hands on old mining gear.
Plus, we know a lot of y'all are obsessed with Linux and trying to force Linux upon us, so let us softly get into it with stuff like this,
yes.
Okay?
So yeah, we'll get a closer look at these graphics cards. I just think it's cool that for $400 you can buy someone 12 GPUs in it.
Yeah, which I was about to, I remember a while ago, I wanted to learn about mining. I didn't care about the profitability, so I was going to build something like this, not with 12 GPUs, probably something with 4, maybe 6, just to kind of learn more about it and see what it's like. But honestly, it was gonna cost me I want to say $700 or $800 to get. I think someone was selling 470s on eBay, and that's what I was looking at. And I just couldn't spend that much money just to learn.
And there are some other models on PC Server Parts that are profitable with some specific AMD mining GPUs that are around $500. But what? My God, these things are wild. These things are crazy. Wait, hold up, they have video out.
Where?
It's just hidden. Look inside there. You see how it has a
Where?
We'll have to take one of them out, but you see how there's a port right there?
What the heck?
So it has one video out on one of these 470s.
Okay, well, you know what? Alistair, you can include what I said earlier. I do want to test one of these, but yes. Yeah, we will have to take the PCIe bracket off, which is not a big deal.
This looks really new.
This is so cool looking.
It's so clean. Honestly, doesn't this look wild, Jonah? The idea of all these GPUs
You basically have these fans that it looks like about 3 per fan. They just blow the air straight through the fins.
So I think, again, the power supplies are like hot swap power supplies. We'll both pull them out. You ready? Oh, yeah. This thing is 1200 watts, by the way, which is wild. So it's from HP, actually. It's a switching power supply from Octominer. Again, this is a company that's been around for a while, and during the GPU mining craze, they definitely made a lot of these where people could just buy the kit, add whatever GPUs you want in them, and go from there. And with this wattage, you could easily, and I've seen people do it, take these GPUs out and swap in more profitable GPUs and make a mining rig for really cheap.
But yeah, no, this is cool, and you could swap the power supplies out too, which is also kind of cool. But now the motherboard itself is a really tiny, it's actually underneath here. It's like a white motherboard, and it just has this really long expansion card. But as you can see, it's a very basic board that I think, is it a Celeron or a Pentium?
It is a Celeron G3900, which is a basic
DDR3.
dual-core DDR3.
Yeah.
Again, with these mining rigs, as long as you have all these individual PCI slots, you don't need a really high-end CPU for it, and especially if you're running HiveOS, which is a very lightweight Linux distro, it really can run on a dual-core without any problems because the GPUs are doing all the work. It looks like it did come with an SSD that is hot swappable. It's just not hot swappable, it's just plugged in. Never mind. This has no branding on it, by the way.
What size is it? Like a 240?
I don't know.
It's
I know
just
nothing.
Brick.
It's just a brick. It did say on their website it doesn't come with an OS pre-installed. Maybe they did that for us because they like us. You know, we'll boot it up and make sure. But HiveOS is an operating system that you normally plug in on a network and you operate it from another PC. It's not really meant to have a display out or anything. You remote into it and you do work on it that way.
How did you get this out of here?
It just slid. It wasn't all the way in, I will say. It was just kind of like.
I wonder what this little display in the front does, like a little LCD display.
I don't know. We're just gonna turn it on. I want to see how loud it is. I think it was just
There's probably a cable cut, and we're probably better rip it and then not be able to use it. So
That was the whole time.
It was like this the whole time. So
sick. Okay, well, I mean, hey, it's cool too. There's a standard. I don't know if Jonah got that earlier, but there's a pretty standard motherboard interface back there. So in theory, I assume we should be able to plug in VGA onto this or control it through Ethernet. Either way.
So I want to turn it on and see what it sounds like. It shouldn't be. I mean, these are. Do they look like any crazy RPM fans? I'm curious. Octominer, brushless fans, 4,800 RPM.
I'm
fans.
willing to. Yeah.
Those things are gonna get loud.
All right, I'm gonna flip it around. It just turns on. That is not pleasant. That is not pleasant at all. Dude, this thing is crazy.
Bro, the airflow, what is happening?
I'm gonna plug in the other one. What if it gets louder? It doubles the fan speed.
Why'd it get quieter? Maybe the power supply was overworked and now it's splitting the load?
Dude, this is, actually, yeah, you put it on. Let's hear how it,
That didn't make a difference.
here, wait, I gotta see something. I bet this will just, do you wanna you gotta see this.
There we go.
Yeah, what is that, 4,800 RPM or something?
Yeah, times how many we got? 4? Yeah, so fast. Pretty close. But hey, we got this thing ready to go. What I'm gonna do is try to get HiveOS installed and ready to go so we can at least get into the operating system, see all the GPUs working, and just show what a mining operation would look like. And kind of chilly with this
This is
thing.
nice. I like it. It feels good.
And
Let's just leave this.
We'll go from there. Noobs try crypto mining.
And let me emphasize that this is going to be a video of a noob trying to learn cryptocurrency for the first time. So if you are a cryptocurrency expert, I do sincerely apologize, but I hope you get some enjoyment out of seeing me struggle, because I definitely had a struggle getting this up and running and bring you back to the good old days when you first learned cryptocurrency mining, because it's a process, it's not easy, but once I figured stuff out, it was kind of cool to see it all set up. So let me take you on the journey of getting a crypto mining rig set up. As you guys can probably tell, I'm not at the office currently because I'm at home, and for the past 4 or 5 hours, I've been trying to figure out how to get an SSD with HiveOS on it, because all the tutorials out there make it seem like it's super simple, and every single time you flash it, it works perfectly fine. That's not the case at all. You might be wondering, why aren't you using the SSD that the miner came with? This is the one I'm using because I thought the SSD that came with the Octominer was bad. It's not bad. Basically, what went wrong is after failed install attempts on both SSDs, I thought that there was something wrong with this cable that I had, this USB 3 to, well, SATA adapter that allows me to use these and not have to plug up the drive internally. Long story short, I had to reinstall Balena Etcher, which is the flasher that allows you to flash MineOS onto these drives. I reinstalled that with an older version, 1.7.9. I had to go through a GitHub post that told me how to reformat these drives, like fully reformat them through DiskPart to get them to the point where they're brand new. Even though this one was brand new out of the box and failed, I still had to do that for some odd reason. And then from there, it finally, after 20 freaking attempts of trying to get this to work, it finally was a successful flash to this drive. But I had another problem. It wasn't popping up in File Explorer to install the config file for my mining farm. So I basically struggled to figure out that. And people were saying just assign the drive letter in DiskPart, and when I load up DiskPart and load up the list of volumes, there was no drive to be found in there. it's just not even an option. So I went into create and format disk partition, found the drive finally, and this one little sliver, this one little volume inside of this disk, I had to assign the drive letter manually that way, and then I finally got access to the folder. I finally put the config file in, and finally, we now should have an SSD that is good to go for MineOS. And I'm doing, okay, I say MineOS. I'm losing my dang mind here. It's good to go for HiveOS. So hopefully you're getting enjoyment out of a noob absolutely trying to get a mining operating system up and running. And I did not cop out and install Windows. I was really close to installing Windows and NiceHash. So give me some love in the comments down below for not doing that, because you all would have been really mad at me for doing that. I think I'm good. I think tomorrow I'll be able to go to the office, finish up these guides I'm looking at, figure out what cryptocurrency I want to do just for the sake of getting this thing up and running, getting those GPUs maxed out so I can see what the temperatures and everything's like with this setup with it running full load. But I do need to give a big shout out to Cruitman Tech on Twitter and also YouTube. He actually got one of these mining rigs sent to him from PC Server Parts as well. Shout out to him. He did a good video on those. He does a lot of crypto mining and just PC gaming stuff like we do, and he was an absolute help. Totally helped me out in the Twitter DMs troubleshooting this whole situation, got it all sorted out. That's the best part about these communities, having people who can help out. So shout out to him. I'm gonna leave a link to his channel down below. Go sub if you want some cryptocurrency mining content. He was a big help in this whole process. I'm gonna get some rest and cryptocurrency mining tomorrow. Bye.
All right, gamers, this mining rig barely fits on this test bench, but I got my SSD, the one installed, ready to go after my late night debacles trying to get that thing ready with HiveOS. In theory, once I plug these bad boys up, we should boot right into HiveOS and get that set up, and then from there I should be able to see it from my account. That's in theory. We don't know if this is gonna work. Let's find out. So loud. All right, so we got display out, and we're in HiveOS. All right, now we gotta look out for any potential errors that may pop up. All right, we're configuring. We found 12 GPUs. So far, so good. I'm getting really cold by the fans blowing on me. Sending hello. There's all our GPUs, the 470, 480s. Just give it a little bit longer and see what's happening here. I didn't see any errors that popped up, so I think we're good. Let's just go over here and see if, I'm not seeing anything just yet. It would help if I had it plugged up to the internet. Or if that will just work. Might have to restart it. You know, I just guessed that the command to shut down was shut down, and I typed it and it seems to be working okay. And, oh, we're rebooting. I think we're coming back, we'll see. All right, take two. Back in HiveOS, booting in. So we're on to the next steps now. It says it's missing a flight sheet, which is basically how we're gonna get it to, well, mine and where the cryptocurrency is gonna go. So we're getting there, and I love that under no load right now, it's pulling 268 watts, which is not ideal for power efficiency for this thing, but hey, we're moving, guys. We got this thing somewhat working after a lot of headaches. We'll hopefully get something to run, and then from there, we'll just see what this thing looks like power-wise under full load once it's mining some sort of cryptocurrency.
Day 4.
Well, it has been several days since the last time I gave you all an update, and as you can hear in the background, the crypto mining rig is, well, kind of running. It is still on, and we're still not currently mining because I'm dealing with an error that I'm really trying to hash out, and shout out to Cruitman Tech. He's been dealing with my pain in the ass questions for the past like 4 or 5 days, and we've been trying to figure out why this isn't working properly, but we have a test flight sheet using Ethereum Classic that he put together for me. We have everything set up ready to go, and we are gonna run the test flight, but every time I do assign the flight, something goes wrong to where the GPUs don't actually fully start mining. Let me show you what's happening here. So we have all the GPUs here, well, most of the GPUs. We actually have one that was reporting back as bad. I'll talk more about that here in a second. And we're running the mining pool right now, and then we throw another error where it can't allocate fhash DAG buffer. My man Cruitman is just lost because he doesn't know why I'm running out of VRAM, which is basically what that means, system memory or VRAM. I'm still doing some troubleshooting to figure this out. I don't know if I need more than 4 gigs of RAM in the actual system itself, because there's only a 4 gig stick installed in this mining rig, but basically it just does that error over and over again and doesn't actually get into mining cryptocurrency. I'm gonna troubleshoot a little bit more, see what I can do, but again, hopefully you cryptocurrency mining experts aren't cringing at this process. This is kind of just a fun thing for me. I'm learning as I go, learning something new. And yeah, hopefully I can figure this out. But I am one step close to installing Windows on an SSD and just trying some program within Windows, because this is definitely very time consuming. And I'm trying to get this out in a decent amount of time for PC server parts so you all can buy these before they sell out. We are making some progress. Now, for the crypto mining experts, this is not ideal, but for the flight sheet test, again, I just want to see this thing up and running. Out of pure curiosity, I just want to see these GPUs running full load, see how much power this thing is pulling, and just see exactly what this looks like. But I ended up setting up a nice hash flight sheet using the Kapow algorithm, which allowed me to get up and running and honestly pull way more power than I probably should have, because you might be wondering, why is this so quiet? Well, my miner just turned off because I had this thing running not in the most ideal power configuration, and we were pulling almost 2,000 watts with this entire mining rig running full load on the Kapow algorithm, which, for those who don't know how an ice hash works, it basically pays you out in Bitcoin for doing certain workloads. Not necessarily you're directly mining a certain cryptocurrency, you're getting paid out in Bitcoin for doing other types of workloads and algorithms that you would pick. But Nice Hash allows us to at least get this thing up and running, and well, I'm gonna need to move that mining rig because it most certainly should not be in the power configuration it currently is in, because it just tripped the power strip and turned off because I was pulling way too much power from that power strip. So we'll get that set up in a new scenario, show Jackson what it looks like under full load and everything, but we at least got it mining.
Now, it was cool I got this thing up and running, but in terms of profitability, there is none. There's no profitability with this current mining rig. That is the only downside with this one system from PC Server Parts, is you really are going to want to buy it just to get the Octo Miner to put your own GPUs in, because the RX 470s right now, based on the fact that it pulls a lot of power and it's not super efficient nowadays, they are older GPUs, there really isn't a cryptocurrency that you can mine that you can make money. Every single one of these, I would be losing 50 cents to $1 per day. If you're somebody who thinks in the long run that it's worth doing that and mine cryptocurrency just to have it, go at it. But I wouldn't recommend anyone go out of their way to buy one of these rigs with the 470s and run it long term in hopes of making a good return. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. You're buying this thing to get a Octo Miner that you can slap in other GPUs and hold on to for whenever the next crypto boom happens to happen. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this fun little ride of a video. It was a process. I learned a lot along the way, and hopefully you guys understand why I did this. This has kind of been a space that's always been touted as being evil and bad. Cryptocurrency mining, crypto miners are stealing our GPUs, and we're in a market right now where that's not really the case, because GPU mining is definitely on a downward trend. But it's cool to see that I can actually learn what all this is about, this whole area that a lot of people were definitely into, and there's still a big community of cryptocurrency miners, but I really just wanted to know how it works, how hard it is to set up, and next time there's a cryptocurrency boom, I can kind of understand what's happening in this space. So now we finished our journey of cryptocurrency mining on this Octo Miner. Let's bring Jackson back in here. Let's wrap this video up real quick.
Alright guys, this has been a very interesting video to say the least, with Matt and I both struggling in many ways. Matt had a lot of trouble just getting this thing to actually mine, and then I was excited to be able to take one of these GPUs out and use it for gaming, but after trying 2 times to solder the solder joints that were supposed to allow HDMI to work, still nothing. So overall, the takeaway from this video is mining is pretty hard for noobs. Making these graphics cards into gaming cards is next to impossible unless you really know what you're doing. So you're almost just paying for an enclosure and a lot of GPUs that look cool.
And it really, timing is the biggest factor here, because we're not in the middle of a big GPU mining craze right now. And this kind of was a good opportunity for us to learn more about what was taking all our GPUs away years ago, and kind of get some education on the fact that crypto mining, while yes, is very lucrative, it does involve a lot of time and effort to get up and running. And I thought this would be a good informational video for you guys. And PC Server Parts is selling these for basically nothing. $300 for all this. For somebody who may want just to get into it for the fun of it, is actually a really good price. So you can check that link down below and use our discount code to save a little bit more money on that mining rig configuration. And they have a bunch of other ones as well, as long as they're in stock. So let us know what you think of this video in the comments down below. Definitely a bit outside our comfort zone, but it was one that was fun to learn as we went, and I think I took away a lot from this video.
So after watching this video, are you still into crypto mining, or are you thinking about starting? We'd love to know. But we hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, check out other two YouTube channels and also our twitch.tv/toastybros. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
Now this thing is loud, it's heavy, it doesn't work for gaming, but you know what does? PCBros.tech.
PCBros.tech. We have high-end gaming PCs, budget gaming PCs, and we're updating all our staple computers, by the way. There's gonna be some new fresh 40 series GPUs and some other ones on the website. Use code ToastyBros2 and check out to save 2% of your next purchase. See you guys later.
Peace.
Bye.